Okay, hello you beautiful people. Welcome back. Let's talk about VeChain's price chart and let's do a bit of a quick update. And if you remember, the last time that we were on VeChain, specifically we were around these areas and the idea was that, well, okay, this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, but on a higher degree, most likely into a wave 3, meaning what? We said the current move up, it's just going to be a correction for 4 and then expect yet another move down into wave 5. And as you can see, we did get our move down right in here, followed by a rather immediate quick pass. So, by the way, did we actually in this phase down take the low of our wave 3? Let's just stretch the chart a little bit. As you can see, by like a decent margin, yeah, it seems like that we have taken the lows. So, I think we can say maybe this is our wave 4 and this is our wave 5, meaning what's going to happen after a 5 wave down? You know it. We're going to have a move on the opposite direction, and in this case a move on the upside, and that's why I think in VeChain soon we're gonna get a move up. Now before we get into that, let's just ask this: what if I'm wrong and instead this point is the end of our wave 4 and then we're gonna have another move down into wave 5? No problem at all. Even in that case, sure, we are allowed to consider another move down, but number one, this move, it's not necessarily going to be that much of a deep move, and I'm gonna tell you in a minute why. And point number two, you see, even in this case, soon after this phase is over, one way or the other, I do expect a bit of a bounce in VeChain to come, hopefully anytime now. Why is it that I believe soon we're gonna have a bit of a decent bounce? You see, couple of important reasons for that. Number one, I'm not really sure if you like classic patterns, but if you do, you can say in VeChain we are having a bit of a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, which is basically a test of a bit of a support area 3 times, and every single time we just set a slightly lower loss. And this is actually to the T the kind of situation that we are having in VeChain. Why is it that my chart's not loading? Come on. Okay, there we go. And if I just hide everything, as you can see, this low, this one, and this one, each one is a slightly, very important point, a slightly lower low. And pay attention, this actually has a lot of the characteristics of a bit of a Wyckoff accumulation in VeChain, meaning what? If this pattern is truly in play and it's going to play out, then okay, from the current point, or maybe like I told you earlier, just a little bit lower, we should expect a bit of a move up. And again, this is our first test, our second, and this can be our final test. And then what? We should see a major reversal of the downtrend. Very important to understand this. Now, earlier, in case of a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, I told you it usually happens around a decent support. So I guess the question is this: do we have a support area here? The answer, absolutely yes. Let's go on daily time frame, because I think this is a mid to long-term support. Maybe I could say mostly from daily time frame. You see, the source of our support is actually from all the way back in here, about 2019, 2020. And again, this is from daily time frame. And if I just stretch this one a little bit, as you can see, let's zoom more. Yep, it seems like that we are absolutely around a decent bit of support area, and the fact that at the same time we are having a bit of a Wyckoff accumulation above it, hopefully, is definitely in my books an optimistic sign, suggesting again, number one, downsides are limited, and number two, we can expect hopefully soon a good move on the upside in VeChain. Now, in the interest of not necessarily getting your hopes up too much, let's ask this question: what if this move up is just going to be a bit of a temporary pullback? In that case, well, okay, in VeChain, essentially that means we're gonna have a bit of a bearish setup, suggesting this is 1, this is 2, and then we are going to make a run in order to get a break of this important support. And in terms of Elliott waves, that move is just going to be into a larger degree wave 3 correction for another move down into wave 5. But here's the thing, and let's just cheer you up a little bit also at the same time. This right in here, I don't really think it should be our primary scenario. In VeChain, as long as we manage to stay above this level, let's be a bit optimistic and let's argue soon we are going to have a bounce, and hopefully at that point this is going to be our final low. But just being hopeful, it's not really enough. You see, Elliott suggests if you want to be bullish on any chart, and for example, if you want to say right in here we're going to have our final low, then okay, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific scenario is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are: we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, your wave 3 under any kind of circumstances should not be the smallest wave. Okay, very important to understand this. This is the biggest no-no in Elliott's waves, and for the sub waves, you know it. We're gonna have 5 up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for our corrective movements, we can consider different counts. Excuse me, I think I just took the wrong object. Let's say in this scenario, WXY for wave 2, maybe like an ABC structure for wave 4. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on, and maybe it's best to go on H1 time frame. So far, let's have a quick conclusion. We said in VeChain, number 1, we are around a major support. Number 2, it seems like that Elliott's wave wise, we are completing a 5 wave to the downside, or maybe we have completed the sub waves for it already. So these do suggest that one way or the other, very important, one way or the other, bullish or bearish, a move up is coming. And this is really the key point. You see, the current move up that I'm counting to play out soon in VeChain, it's actually not tradable, and honestly, the move itself, no, it's not really important. What really matters from our point of view is the shape of our move. Number 1, in case you get a rather slow and choppy move on the upside, meaning timing wise, this is going to take more time relative to this impulse down, and also between our pullbacks down, you're just constantly going to see a lot of overlapping of the waves. Hey guys, be careful. This might be a bit of a bearish setup, suggesting this is 5 down, this is correction up, and then plus 6, you know it, yet another move on the downside. I know nobody likes to talk about these types of scenarios, but I'm not really selling you hopium, okay? I just want to be realistic and at any given moment in time, 100% objective. On the other hand, if you see a rather strong move, hopefully in form of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without a lot of overlapping of the waves, this is going to be an awesome sign suggesting hopefully the lowest end. But again, right around the highs, around the end of our wave 5, no, it's still not a buy opportunity. Why? Because what happens after a 5 wave? Well, we just talked about it earlier. One way or the other, a move on the opposite direction, and in this case, even if the bottom is in, okay, we're gonna have a bit of a move down, and this in here, assuming that we identify the correct sub waves in VeChain, can be a beautiful long opportunity with our stops under the lows. And at that point, I think we're gonna have a risk reward ratio of bare minimum 1 to 3, 1 to 4, which is exactly the kind of trades that I would like to take. So in conclusion, in VeChain, I think soon we're gonna get a move up, but that move is not really tradable. What really matters is the shape of it, and pay attention. You want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a strong bounce, and preferably in it, if we manage to take the previous major pivot high in here about, let's say, 0.81 of a cent, that's actually going to be a great sign suggesting hopefully the lowest end. And all you need to do then is this, just be a bit patient and see a bit of a correction and structure on the downside. And when we get this, we are going to make new videos and talk about a potential long opportunity that we're gonna have. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in VeChain. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.